This video covers selection as part of HR functionality. Let's introduce you to selection. Remember, learners, in grade 11, we learned about the selection procedure, the purpose of an interview, the role of the interview during the interview, aspects of employment contracts, as well as legalities of employment contracts. So selections involves the purpose of choosing the best person or the best candidate for the job. Business is going to do well by spending time with selection so that they don't lose money by choosing the wrong person. The business needs to use applications which are effective or correct during selection procedures so that they get the best person for the position. Failure or incorrect application of the selection process may result in wasting a lot of valuable resources, like wasting money and wasting time.
So you just felt like wasting my time?
No, you wasted my time.
And the business will not be able to reach their organizational objectives. Let's look at the options that are available when we are using the selection procedures. There's option 1 and option 2. Let's jump into option 1. With option 1 of the selection procedure, the business is going to determine a fair assessment criteria on which selection will be based. So they're going to draw up an assessment criteria that's going to guide them when they are selecting a candidate. Once the selection criteria has been created, then they are going to use that selection criteria to assess all CVs and application forms received during recruitment. This means that they can conduct a preliminary screening, which is sorting the applications received according to the criteria for the job. Once that's done, they're going to check that applicants are not submitting false documents.
Our asset gave us false information.
For example, forged certificates or degrees or achievement that they're achieved in the past which are not true.
And feed her false information, such as...
And then once that's completed and done, they're going to make a preliminary list of all applicants who qualify for the position. And that's done, then they're going to screen and check references for the candidates that are in the preliminary list. Then they're going to conduct a short list of approximately 5 candidates who best match the assessment criteria that has been created. And then the next thing that they're going to do is to invite the shortlisted candidates to the company to be interviewed for the position. And the shortlisted candidates may be subjected to different kinds of selection processes that include tests where we can check their skills to see if they are able to deliver on what we want them to do for the business. Once the candidate has been selected, a written offer is made to them and the selection procedure is successful. Let's now talk about the option 2 of our selection procedure. The option 2 talks about receiving documentation, for example, application form, and then sorting them out according to the criteria of the job. And the next step is to evaluate the CVs, meaning the curriculum vitae.
What is it?
If you're not sure what a CV is, it's a brief summary of a person's education, qualifications, experience and skills, and previous occupations that he's had before, achievements, etc., that the person can send to the potential employer when they're looking for employment. So point number 2 is talking to the potential employer, evaluating the CV, and then creating a short list or screening the applicants based on the criteria of the job. The next point is talking to checking the information on the CV and the references to see if they best match our position that we've advertised for. And then the next step is to conduct preliminary interviews to identify applicants who are not suitable for the job so that we can scratch them out from the possible people who can be appointed for the position. So you might ask, what is a preliminary interview? It is the first step that the hiring managers use to screen candidates to decide who they want to move to the next step of their hiring process. Usually, hiring managers use like 30 minutes to do this, and it's usually done via a phone call or a chat to see if the CV that I have in front of me best match the kind of person that we're looking for in business. Then the next step is to assess and test candidates who have applied for a senior position to make sure that the best candidate is chosen for the position. And then the next step would be to conduct interviews from the shortlisted candidates. And then the last step is to write a formal offer to the person that we want to work for us by making an employment offer to them.
Listen, to be a master,